So if you're going to get into real estate, you need to know how to find your first real estate deal. It's where we all start. There's nothing wrong with starting out, but you got to get that first one under contract. How do you do it? Let's go. Hey there, my name is Mike Fritz. I'm the founder of Titanium Capital Investments in the multifamily CEO system. My greatest passion is helping investors just like you create financial freedom with multifamily real estate. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how to lock down your first real estate deal and make sure it's a good one so you keep coming back for more and more and more. Let's get started. Stick around to the end because I'm going to give you a ninja tip that most people forget, and it's what torpedoes a lot of people's success. If you don't learn that, it might torpedo yours. First of all, I want to tell you I'm so excited you're going to get into real estate. Nothing has changed my life more than investing in real estate and having it pay me month after month after month. So the fact that you want to get into this, I'm so excited for you and congratulations. Because let me tell you, real estate is a lot more than bricks and windows and shingles. Real estate is a connection to people's dreams. It gives you the ability when you're older to have the revenue to play with your grandkids and visit your nephews and kids around the country. It gives people a life, and that's why I love real estate. So before I even get into the content, I just want to say congrats because real estate will change your life. The very first thing you have to do when you're going to get your first deal is you've got to pick a strategy because there's so many different roads you can take in real estate. If you don't pick one, you'll pick none. And the truth of the matter is the fastest way to fail in real estate is to try to do it all. What I want you to do is pick one strategy and do it a couple of times, see how you like that strategy, and if it doesn't fit you, then move to another strategy. But trying anything and everything at first will truly kill your success, and I don't want to see that happen. So we have to pick our strategy. Now, when you're picking your strategy, there's three main strategies inside of real estate. There's fix and flip, and that's the idea where you buy a property, you renovate that property, and then you sell that property at a profit. So you might buy that property for $200,000, you might put $50,000 into it, you have $250,000, and let's say you sell it for $300,000. You've made $50,000 inside of that process. If those numbers seem crazy to you, believe me, they're not. Fixing and flipping is very, very lucrative. Takes a lot of work, takes a lot of expertise, but anybody can do it if they're willing to put their mind to it. The second thing is wholesaling. If you don't have a lot of capital to start off in real estate, this is a good option. Wholesaling is where you find a property that might be for sale and you buy that property and you sell that to somebody who's going to fix and flip or buy and hold that property, and you just take a fee in the middle. It's called assigning the contract. You can buy the property and sell the property in the same day and you never have to come out of pocket with any money. Make sure you watch our video on how to find wholesale deals if that's the strategy you want to go, so you know what you're doing when you get started. And the third strategy is buy and hold. This is my favorite strategy. Buy and hold is where you buy a property and you get cash flow every single month. I like buy and hold because it creates more freedom. Wholesaling and fixing and flipping is what we call transactional real estate. You need to make a transaction in order to make money. On buy and hold properties, you buy them and rent them out to some sort of tenant and they pay you every single month. I like that process because I buy it once and it pays me for years. That's my favorite strategy, but that doesn't mean it has to be yours. All three of them can be powerful strategies when seeking to grow your real estate portfolio. The second thing you want to do is find an investor-friendly real estate agent. An investor-friendly agent will not only help you navigate the whole process of real estate investing, but they'll know some good deals in the area and know where to buy and where not to buy, what streets are good to own properties on, what streets you want to avoid in any town, and they'll really help you navigate the process. A good real estate agent is worth their weight in gold as you buy your first property. Not only can they take care of all of the PSA or the purchase and sales agreement, all of the agreement with the seller, they can also help with all of the process of getting appraisals and inspections and getting everything together for you so you can own the property quickly and pretty easily with the real estate agent doing most of the work. Investor-friendly agents can work with the MLS, which is what we call on-market deals, but they also can look for off-market deals, and these may be people they know that want to sell their property that may haven't hit the MLS yet. And so by working with a real estate agent, you're able to partner with somebody who has access to both of those worlds, both the off-market deals and the on-market deals. An agent is a great partner for your team. Number 3, if you're going to get your first deal, there's a term you need to know, and it's called cash on cash return. Cash on cash return has to do with the amount of money you make on a property in relationship to how much money you put into the property. This is also what we call the divine number in real estate investing. The divine number is a cash on cash return because it tells you what really is your return on investment. If you're putting $100,000 into the property and you're making $10,000 a year, that's a 10% cash on cash return. It's a really good return on investment. If you're doing a fix and flip and you put $100,000 into the property and you make $20,000 in 6 months, that's actually a 40% return. The way this works is a cash on cash return is divided inside of a year. So if you put in $100,000, your cash on cash return divides the amount of money you make over 12 months. So if you make $20,000 in 6 months and you only put in $100,000, it would actually be 40% because in essence, you could do that twice with that same $100,000. Cash on cash return. How much money did you invest? How much money did you get out over the span of a year? Then you'll know, is this investment worth doing or not? How to make sure you always have the information you need as an investor. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and also turn on the bell notification so you get notified every time we put out a video, which is every weekday. And also put a comment down. Let us know who you are and what kind of investing you're looking at doing. We want to get to know you. The next one is through property managers. Property managers not only help you manage your property once you own it, but they're great leads on finding a deal. You might be able to call a property manager and say, hey, my name is so-and-so. I'm looking to invest in some real estate. Do you have any owners that might be interested in selling their properties? Because they have a litany of owners inside their business, they may know of somebody that want to offload a property. And if they wanted to offload that property, you could be that person. Property managers are one of the most important partners you want on your team. Not only after you buy properties so they manage them for you, but also they're great leads on deals as you continue to buy properties and especially even for your first deal. But I want you to understand something as you reach out to property managers. So let's say you call up a property manager and they do have a property that a seller wants to sell. They're already managing that property. So if that property comes into your name, they get no extra income for making that transaction. So if you do buy a property from one of their sellers, I always want to give an incentive commission to my managers to make sure they're taken care of and they know, hey, listen, I'm thankful for this lead and the more you send me, the more I pay you. Of course, you have to make sure the deal has room inside the deal to pay a commission, but I would always give a commission to make sure your property managers know I'm really thankful for you and there is incentive for them to move a property from another owner to you. The last way you can find your very first property is by going to Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. People list properties on here all the time. If you're looking for a buy and hold property, you can actually look for properties that are for rent. Those are obviously people that own buy and hold properties. You can call up those owners, say, hey, it looks like you have a vacancy at so-and-so property. I'm actually looking to buy some properties like this. Would you be interested in selling? You can do that on both Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and it's a great place to start to knock down that very first deal. But I told you I'd give you something at the end, a ninja tip that really, really helps you fast track your career, and it's the thing that really stops people. This is what I wish that somebody would have told me early on in my career. When I was first trying to muscle through to find a deal, I got discouraged all the time. Let me just tell you this. Don't stop until you get one. And I know that sounds really trite and really basic, but let me tell you this. The law of the first deal unlocks more success than I can explain to you in this video. But my point in saying that is, you want to get a deal under contract and don't stop until you get one. My thing is, I wish somebody early on would have said, Mike, listen, you called sellers, they said no, so what? Call the next one until you get a property under contract. Then my appetite started to change. Once I got a first deal, guess what happened? Real estate agents started sending me deals. Guess what else happened? Investors started wanting to invest in my deals. By doing that first deal, we call it the law of the first deal, it opens up tons of success. So can I please ask you, don't quit until that thing's under contract and you're making money from that property. Also, I want to give you a free gift today. I want to give you my free 60-minute multifamily masterclass. If you want to get into multifamily, make sure you click that link and you're going to go to a training that walks you through the 5 things you need to know and do to get into multifamily real estate. Multifamily real estate is what's changed my life. It's my favorite thing to invest in. But let me tell you, if you click that link, you'll know exactly how to do it too. I'll see you in the training.